Oh my golly goodness. Good evening, folks, CCA enjoyers or Neptune and Grace enjoyers. My name is Grace. We're bringing you a lovely match today from Div 5, which is so cool. It's a week 4 match here, so it's a bit of a reschedule. But we're looking at VCU Spirality from Virginia Commonwealth University and Push out of Purdue University. I'm joined tonight by Neptune. Hi, Neptune. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. VCU and Purdue are home to like some of the most talented Splatoon players, right? And obviously, we're featuring some of their teams here as well tonight. And I'm looking at some of their moods here tonight. I'm seeing from VCU Spirality their nervous excitement. Okay, yeah, I feel that. You're up against a strong, like famous team in Push here from Purdue University. Meanwhile, they're feeling very excited and watching our hubris, specifically to quote them. So I'm really curious to see what's going to be going on, especially with some of these map modes we're going to be having here.
Yeah, that's very true. And especially the whole like a lot of folks were on spring break, some folks are coming back. It's kind of a weird time, so I'm hoping to see kind of that rust slowly like come off of everybody and like evaporate from their skin. Like I imagine that they're sitting in the sun photosynthesizing right now. Uh
You ever watch that one
but
SpongeBob episode where he just like
oh my
photos in his arms up and down? You're like, photosynthesis,
photosynthesis.
photosynthesis. Yeah.
No, that's literally how I'm feeling. But what better map mode, not even just map, but map mode to photosynthesize on Hagglefish Tower Control. I feel like a lot of folks love it. You love her, you hate her. It's kind of like the TC Inkblot of Splatoon 3, although there is a TC Inkblot in Splatoon 3. But still, like it takes up that torch a little bit. I feel like it's a really good map mode. It's great for chargers, you already know, great for crab, great for like strikes, just everything. And I feel like we're gonna see a lot of those kind of GG specials come out as well here in Neptune. So getting into it. Interesting comps. I love whenever people wear the mask with the face over their face. I love it. You love to see it here. But the Dread, the Octo Brush, I mean the Explo, the Nautilus. Interesting picks on both sides.
Interesting picks indeed, and I'm already just watching these players here, already just going straight forward into this, trying to get these specials here. You see Constance looking to get that cooler out early. I love me some soda to start off my pushes, and that's exactly what they're doing, but they're already scrapping so much here, Grace.
Already indeed, and I mean the strikes are coming out. They're 2 down, make that a 3 down situation here. It's going to be quite a delayed stagger kind of onto push here, and I mean the members of VCU are really ready for it. I mean they're pushing up, but slowly, coordinated, kind of staying in each other's zones of influence here. I mean the brush is going to go down, which is unfortunate, but the Explo doing a great job pushing them out here at Evo, kind of funneling all the members here of VCU into mid. The strikes are coming out again, and I mean they're coolered up, they're ready to go. The tower is still on that side of the map, but they're not quite able to make a push happen yet, especially with that
Oh.
splash coming out 2 down on the side of VCU, but 2 down also on the side of push. So it's a lot, Neptune. It's a lot
I
happening.
feel like every time I say the word push, or you say the word push, I'm imagining the team as well. So I'm just curious to see how they're going to be able to make a way
Oh,
forward. But the bombs are coming out here. There's a lot of scrapping in mid. You see the splashdowns ready. Push is running a double splashdown comp, which I don't see too often, but I'm all for it, Grace.
I'm also all for it. And again, like the dread, I think it is so funny, so silly. I love seeing, love seeing. Wait, I see the flank though from the zap coming out, and that's gonna be a complete wipe. Amazing coordination coming out from Row and the NZAP player there onto with push. I mean, they kind of pinch them into like, I mean, talk about funneling. We saw VCU funnel them kind of in mid there, but then they funneled them right back. And I mean, they're pressuring this tower. They're cooling up. Strikes coming out as well here in Neptune, but they've already basically cracked, I think, that first checkpoint. And I mean, the strikes can't stop them, so they're just gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, definitely. Push is going to keep on pushing here, and they're just going to keep on
Oh,
going forward with this. Forward with this momentum here. Just looking through, getting to the second checkpoint just beautifully. This Expo is not contested at all. VCU needs a way forward here. Otherwise, it might be a straight 100-0 knockout here, Grace.
oh my gosh, and the bomb, an amazing bomb kill from Ghost there. But I mean, VCU, they, like you said, they've got to kind of make something happen. I mean, getting the members here pushed down on this tower, basically a delayed wipe here, but they're going to be able to get back into mid because they didn't quite get like the wipe all together, and all their teammates weren't able to kind of get like a stagger going. I feel like they're all going to be coming back together here into mid Neptune. So knowing that, if you're VCU Spirality, you're coming into this and you're like, all right, I'm going to pop zip onto them. I'm going to reslide them, get a huge pick onto their slosher, try to clutch up that kill there, and
Ooh.
they do. I think that was the kill there onto that Explo, which is so huge. Hopefully going to be able to make a push of their own here, Neptune. I mean, starting one at least.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the momentum starting to come into their favor. You know, the tower's going forward. You're getting these specials out. You're getting these picks here. Amazing trade for trade. And it just seems like Purdue always has a response to the aggression that VCU is outputting here, Grace.
Very true. It feels like whenever they push into them, they just kind of back up, or they take the off angles where they just can't really do anything, like going up to that top right area, backing up when the reef sliders popped, and like funneling them into each other, I guess. There's a lot of funneling going on, and I've got to appreciate it, especially with the Expo pick there. I feel like that's the name of the game, especially with that splashdown, a huge pick there onto the T-Tech as well, onto Ghost. Evo here doing a great job maintaining that tower, being able to push back the members, I mean, of VCU here, and they haven't quite been able to crack this next checkpoint. The strike's coming out as well. I mean, Roe is stationed up onto this top left area to Neptune, but Hacks trying to make something happen, trying to get a pick onto Evo again here onto this Explo, but they can't. I mean, they're still pushing here. They've still got that momentum. Strike's coming out too here, Neptune, and they are getting these picks, but two members down here on push. This could be the lead swap that they've been hoping for.
All right, push can't keep going here. They need to find some solution to get onto this tower, and it's these splashdowns currently, one after the other. You see one get popped, you see another one, but the value is not there. The members of VCU are continuing to push this forward here. They're trying to make this go here. Ghost is the only one alive real quick. The push is gonna stop really quick here. They need to regroup here, Grace, otherwise it might be game over too soon.
Very true, and I mean, VCU, they don't want to give up mid, though, which I think is really smart here. We see Ghost kind of throwing these bombs, keeping the paint up in mid with the help of their edit here, which is really huge, but the members of Push are coolered up. So even if you get those picks, even if you try to get them out of their spawn, they're just going to come right back in. And they're up against this last checkpoint as well, going 1 down. 2 down, though, on the side of Push here, Neptune. But then 2 down are going to go on the side of VCU as well. So Neptune going into this overtime. Hacks here is going to get taken out onto the tower and the splashdown. That's just it. I mean, talk about GG specials, like we said. Splashdown on the tower, there's just nothing stopping that there.
Yeah, splash out on that tower there. That would definitely be the game ender there. But wow, what an amazing push from VCU's side. Basically keeping the tower all the way in the enemy spawn for nearly the entire other half of that game there. That was beautiful, Grace.
It was very beautiful, and oh my gosh, instant replay. Anyways, again, oh, such a great pick there from Hacks. I mean, and their edit going down, so unfortunate. I feel like it was just a matter of VCU wasn't really able to, I feel like just not really able to like wipe push. Like I don't really know what you would do there. If you already know that the tower has to go in a set direction, obviously. You already know tower. And when they have that special online to just stop it, whether it be the strikes, whether it be, I mean, the splashdown like we saw, you just kind of always have to be keeping in mind of their uptime and knowing when they've got their specials online. Because if you see those folks up, if you see that X blow up, you just kind of have to assume that they're going to splash down on top of you. So it's like, what do you do against that?
What do you do against a good Explo? That's a very good question, because oftentimes I feel like Explo is one of those weapons that's just able to really effectively zone out the enemy every single time. It has a lot of paint, it has a lot of power behind it, and with that splashdown, if you get too close to it, it can just use it and just crash down with you with those fists, and that's what they did exactly at the end there, and that was just beautiful, Grace.
It was beautiful. And I mean, I appreciated that it felt like VCU was never giving up too. Like they were really close to a lot of those pushes. So I've got to respect it. Put some respect on their name. Put some respect on the Virginia Commonwealth University's name right now, Neptune.
I
Because they were keeping up with it. And I mean, push they were on the kind of the back foot the rest of the game. Like it felt like the second half of the game, like they were just constantly defending. And I always say offense is the best defense there. So I think if you're VCU, you're like, well, we're capable of putting them in that position. We're capable of making them kind of push back into their spawn. And even if we didn't win that one, we know how to make that happen again. So going into Rainmaker too, you're not stuck to that tower path where you already know where you can stop the push. You already have those GG specials that you can't dodge out of.
Yeah.
Rainmaker's a lot better there probably for VCU. So going into Museum, Rainmaker, I'd be happy to see if they make any changes to kind of accommodate knowing that, but I'm expecting a very close game like we just saw.
Yeah, for sure. I think both these teams definitely had each other's numbers there at the end because they're just
Yeah,
slowly
yeah.
figuring it out, right? Like figuring out what's their game plan, how can we get through it. You saw VCU clicking multiple specials at once to try and just force their way in there. And they were able to get a lot of really nice picks in there because you saw the tri-strike set up the reef slider and then followed by the reef slider. You saw the zipcaster come out. And it's always just an all-out offense for VCU's pushes as well. It just Push had a little bit better of a start there, and they figured out the puzzle piece a
Hmm.
little bit faster before VCU was able to get it as well. But Grace, we are going to be getting into the next game here.
My golly goodness, I'm so excited. It's loading for so long, Neptune. I'm like, I'm so excited. Um,
Twitch 2 comes
I mean,
soon.
Switch 2. Listen, listen. You already know. I'm hype after that direct, so you already know I'm ready for the next one. But push with the matching banners. I love when teams do that there. But I mean, is this the same comps we're looking at here? Other than hacks, I mean, swapping for the splat dualies here, which is very interesting. Good for Crab. I mean, great for a lot. Kind of like an interesting, different kind of paint control. Brushes paint really well, but dualies are still good on that front too. So interested to see kind of what's going to happen here. And they're already coolered up on the side of push, so will we be seeing a push? Perhaps.
Perhaps, very likely. You see both teams just trading blow for blow right now, trying to find an entryway forward here. You see just all these members here looking for a way to fight. It's evidently a really good idea to just at least start your pushes with coolers, because then if you go down, at least you'll have that quick respawn and you'll keep your special here as well. But Hacks going crazy with this crab right now. It is a crab rave out here as the shots are coming out, but unfortunately not going to get the space necessary, Grace.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like with crabs though, sometimes it's not about whether or not you get the picks. It's about whether or not your teammates are pushing up kind of with your pressure. And I feel like the members of VCU Spirality weren't really able to. Not even a matter of like a diss onto them, but sometimes you just can't really follow up with your teammates' specials, which is really unfortunate here. Hacks going to be able to follow up off of their teammates' pressure though, getting a nice pick there onto push. And I mean, they've got this mid control. The Rainmaker hasn't quite moved anywhere yet. It's kind of stuck here in mid. And I mean, as VCU's opting to kind of go to this right route here onto this ramp instead of going up through top mid. And I mean, that proves to be pretty well for them because they cracked that first checkpoint there, Neptune.
Yeah, the first checkpoint is already cracked right there. It all was started with the crab, and then it was finished off with a leaf slider. But Constance, I think that's how you say it right here as well, is constantly
Oh,
applying this pressure here, giving up this paint right here as well. I love an aggressive end zap when I see one, but hey, you can't be too aggressive unless you'll be caught out by the oh-so-important splat bomb coming out here from Ghost.
very true. And I mean, speaking about important, if you think about splat bombs, strikes are basically 3 big splat bombs. And so sorry, Ghost, I just commented or cursed you. They have perished, which is very unfortunate here. Evo going for the awesome dunk here. And they're kind of on similar grounds, dare I say, kind of like the same grounds right now here. They both cracked that first checkpoint. Specials are being popped. They're coolered up. I mean, the splashdown coming up with a reef slider there is going to sneak in under, and they're going to get completely taken out here. They're going to try to grab this Rainmaker to try to get it off of their plat here, but the Nautilus is just going to take them out there. Really, really great pick there from Ro, and they're just going to get coolered up right off that before it despawned. Flanking around to the side as well, getting a lot of pressure on this other side of the spinner. I was expecting a pick there, but I mean, there is still a lot of picks flying around right now, Neptune, and I mean, they haven't pushed past being able to get the lead yet either, so it's just kind of a lot. There's a lot happening on the plat.
A lot happening around the plat, and you know, the Rainmaker was set up in a really nice position for Push to be able to swipe that lead, but VCU's defense was so good, so impeccable, that they were able to hold this lead this long here. But Ghost smartly backing up here. We have triple ink strike. We had the 3 splat bombs ready to go, and other 3 splat guns already coming out from Push right here. But look at this, they're just swimming it forward here. There's not enough time to be able to get through. Ghost manages to get one, but the damage has been done, Grace.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like still though, that's a pretty low score considering how interesting Rainmaker can kind of be here. I feel like VCU can definitely come back from this and they know it and they're ready to make a push happen. I mean, they've already got that huge splat there onto Evo. Hack's always great at picking their targets, choosing very wisely here, trying to get taken out here. Oh, but two other teammates are going to get taken out by the Rainmaker. Poor Hax is trying to run around in mid and the Rainmaker left to fend for themselves there. But I'm still going to give Hax their flowers there because picking off the back line is so important. Picking off the X-Blow is so smart to be able to poke holes into their defense here. And I mean, 2 down here onto the side of VCU Spirality. I'm sorry, Push. I'll give you your flowers too here. And they're going to set up another push. And they already have the lead. So going into this last minute here, it's kind of going to be up to Push about, okay, well, do I want to extend my lead? Sure. Yes, it's Rainmaker. Of course I do. Do I want to KO? Yes. But VCU, they have to make something happen if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, for sure. You have the options if you push here, but your option can only go so well against a Reef Slider right here. BBKK, BKK. I think that's how you say it.
Burger King.
Okay,
For sure.
I'm just gonna call it the Burger King for sure. Burger King is doing a fantastic job right here, taking these fights here, getting space on their teammates right here. It's just the Expo alive. The Rainmaker is popped, so we might be able to see a great lead swap, especially with this crab coming out here, Grace.
Oh, the splashdown! The splashdown getting such a crucial triple though here, Neptune Evo. I mean, just kind of proving that why you need to take out that X-Blow is so important here. Not only just in general, but on Rainmaker too. And I mean, there's just no time for them to pop, and it doesn't go to overtime. And another splashdown coming out is so evil. Oh my gosh, Neptune. That was really tough, and I mean, still remained a pretty low-scoring game, I feel like, for Rainmaker, but for Rainmaker Museum especially.
Yeah,
Interesting.
for sure. I think both teams have incredible defense here, and just the low score counts are exactly the reason for that. They always found those opportunities to stop the push before the Rainmaker was able to swim in too far as well. And you could definitely see just like the Explo playing for life here as well, because VCU had the opportunity to push up here. They had the crab ready, they had the fish in their hands, but what comes from the sky must come
Oh.
down. Good old gravity laws, the explode has to fall.
Oh my gosh. And I mean, playing for life, that is so true here, Neptune. I feel like as soon as they saw all their friends go down, and then they were like, oh wait, they're focused on the pop. They're not pushing me. And I just got my splashdown. And they just grabbed. I can just run in here. And they did. Oh my gosh. And the three of them just got taken out. That is so unfortunate. But I mean, again, if you're VCU, you got the puzzle pieces to kind of put the puzzle together. You got all the stuff and the things to make something happen, especially. And I feel like they've got the right idea, like with calling out the Explo, realizing when the splashdowns are coming out so that it doesn't poke as many holes into their offense. But it's kind of about being able to, uh, how do I say this? Like always plan for it, not just only
Mhm.
sometimes plan for it, but every single push. You have to be thinking about that from
Every
push, push from push.
push from
Oh,
push.
oh,
Wait, that's
oh, hey,
genius. That's
hey,
genius.
hey.
I my goodness, I need to be as big a brain as Grace one day, but
Oh,
you know
wow.
what? I need to just give how do I say it, Lin Evo the proper shoutouts right there as well. We were talking a lot about how they stayed alive and they were able to get that splashdown because they played the life instead of panicking in crucial situations right there. But we are going to be going into our next map mode here, which is going to be Clan Blitz on Mako Mart. So now, the problem with this map, I feel, right, is you're just one team fight away from the basket, so it is a very high-scoring Clam Blitz game here, because typically when we play Clams, it's generally teams trying to feel each other out and find a way to that basket, and sometimes teams play such good defense that they aren't able to get to the basket, but not so much here, Grace.
Yeah, I feel like defense, just everything is so weird on Mako. I mean, I love her. You can grocery shop over there. Some people call like the call it's like the freezer. Like that's pretty cool. I'm a big
I call it the Freezer Costco.
I love that. Do you have Costco's or do you have Sam's Clubs or do you have both?
I have
Where you are?
Costco's.
Good. I've got both, and like I'm a fan of both. Get me a hot dog. Speaking of hot dog, sticking on the heavy edit. Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, kill him. Ooh, ooh, and Perry's coming. coming out from Hacks, which again, very happy to see it here. And similar comp again coming out from Push, but a huge pick there. Two huge opening picks make that 3 huge opening picks here right at the start here. And Push is already 3 down. VCU Spirality's coming into this game angry, Neptune. They are mad. They are out for blood or ink, whatever they have.
Oh yeah, for sure. They are finding a way to just get these clans back together here. It's always very tricky to pass your clams between your teammates to get that power clam online as fast as possible here. But you saw the explosive start here from VCU, but now it's Push's turn to retaliate really quick. Ro on this Nautilus, just putting in the work, putting in the pressure, taking all the members of VCU back up so much here, Grace.
Yeah, and I mean, you might as well fight Splashdown with more Splashdown there. I mean, I saw Hacks kind of try to go in for those picks with the Splashdown kind of at the ready here, not quite able to come up on them quite yet here, but I suspect that they'll get their footing for sure. The Reef Slider going to be able to break out into mid just a little bit, just stall them out a little bit here, and I mean, we're seeing, again, that Splashdown, which was so huge at getting them even more space here. I feel like that was the right play, picking onto that end parry is really smart here, but Evo going to get taken out here, though, but Hacks, very good trade once again, picking those targets. They know.
I do know indeed. It is absolutely Splashdown City here with 3 Splashdown weapons in the same lobby. Only the best content here on CCA. It's not something you see too often as well. Just having these teams basically fist fight each other from fists from the sky. It's such a fun dynamic here, and I love this backup here from Dog. Just recognizing, hang on, this situation's not good for me. Let me back up here, get myself in a little bit better of a position here so I can potentially help my teammates, but man, just unfortunately you keep getting picked out here, Grace.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll say it before, I say it a million times, but the cooler player within your team here, so Dog here on the side of VCU Spirality, they are the skeleton of your comp. They're kind of your bones. And if they are not at 100%, I mean, it's kind of over here. So if they're getting pressured here, which we kind of see Dog getting pressured back off of that stack, not really able to keep their ground here, kind of being forced to play under the basket, which is tough for them because you don't have all the range in the world here, but the Reef Slide are going to be able to get a lot of space here, and there's just a lot happening, Neptune. That was really scary. They're going to get wiped out. A bunch of specials coming out there from VCU Spirality, and they're ready to make a push. I mean, the bomb. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And they got taken out there on the Splashdown. What's happening?
I can tell you what happened. The smoothest curling bomb into picking up your teammate's power clam just happened there from Hacks, scooping up that power clam, recognizing, hey, we don't have a lot of time here. They're going to be ready to come down and splash down us. But wait, a bomb from the ceiling. Everything's coming down from the sky here, Grace.
No, listen, I mean, Ghost, they just love bombs. I'm surprised they're not on Junior Neptune because their bomb placements have been solid this entire game. They must have been a past Junior player. Maybe that's what it's up. That's probably what's going on here. Maybe they're in Splatoon 2. They're sick of armor not being on the meta anymore. They're sick of armor not being a thing anymore. And because of that, two of them are going to get taken out on the stack because armor's not a thing anymore. It's devastating, really. I mean, Burger King's going to... a great fix here, gonna end up going down, unfortunately. Rose sustaining here, trying to get some pressure, and I mean, trying to get a pick, perhaps. But, I mean, they kind of just get called out, and they're just gonna get collapsed in on there by VCU. But, again, pretty low scoring game so far. We're approaching, like, the last minute-ish, but Hacks here opening up onto this right stack with this Splashdown. Splashdowns are the name of the game, like you've been saying. Like, it's just, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them indeed here, and you can definitely see how both these teams are utilizing them both on offense and defense here. We do see this X-Pull getting slowly closer to 1, but hey, can that Splashdown be able to contest these strikes and this Reach Slider here coming out? That's the tricky part. They're biding their time, they're ready to drop down and splash down City one more time here, but are they going to be able to... Oh wait, Ghost with the flank here, recognizing where the X-Pull was positioning to mitigate the strengths of it, but wait, the wipeout happens, and already Push is got that right in its tracks by 1 point.
Utilizing the ledges there with the Splashdown, and it kind of creeps out under the basket. So the two folks who were scoring got taken out. That is so unfortunate here, but getting a huge pick there onto the Nautilus. VCU Spirality is not out of this game quite yet. The Reef Slider coming out, making more room. Evo is pushed up kind of into this left clap, but they don't get taken out here, which we know how lethal those Splashdowns are. So that's going to be really tough for VCU Spirality to try to kind of navigate their push knowing that. But they have a Splashdown of their own, and I mean... be a lot. I mean, they've got a lot of specials online. Their splashdown, they get taken out, but their splashdown still goes through here. But 2 are down on the side of VCU Spirality. Overtime is ticking down here, Neptune. They have a ball as well on the side of push. They're coolered up, and the members of VCU Spirality are getting pushed back under their own basket. They're not quite able to make a push happen. And was that a suction bomb kill coming out there?
Wait!
Wait,
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 Grace!
wait,
Grace! Grace! Grace, did
wait.
I see what I just saw?
Did I just see with my eyeballs what I just saw with my eye?
I,
Who scored that?
I think that was VCU's virality, and that was Dog coming in with the clutch curling bomb. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I
I'm
gotta
gonna need
roll
a
back. Hang on. I'm gonna
replay.
replay. Yeah! Alright, let's check this out right here. So 2 kills with 1
Okay.
suction bomb
The
here.
curling
Oh
bomb.
my god. Oh my god.
Heavy edit users, you need to utilize your curling bombs. You see what just happened? I'm tapping the screen right now. Look at Judd and Lil Judd, the little one. Look, just fell over. That curling bomb won them the ding dang game.
Oh
Are
my
you
goodness.
kidding me?
Oh my god, you cannot spell clutch without curling bomb, it seems. And that's exactly
And
what happened there. Just such a beautiful moment in recognizing there is not enough time, but I'm going to try everything in my power to bring this power clamp to the basket and manage to eke it out at just the right second there. It is a sigh of relief for VCU and a little bit demoralizing if you're pushed, because letting that slip through, oh, that's gotta feel a little ugly.
oh my gosh, but oh wow. I'm like that was so crazy. That's like, if I'm VCU Spirality, I'm patting myself on the back. I'm going over to Dog's dorm. I'm assuming they're all living on campus in my head canon right now, in my brain, and they're all rushing over to Dog's dorm right now, and they're gonna go hug them and cheer and stuff. So awesome, awesome play for them. It's not over till it's over, and I'm glad they're bringing that energy into this especially. And I mean, the score is still 1-2. I mean, in the favor still of push, but going into game 4, anything could happen.
Anything in
Anything could happen.
Oh, that's a fun song. I love that.
Aw,
Okay,
good. I,
but
I got scared like copyright strike or something, but it's
listen, you're such a great singer that you caused the
oh
copyright strike.
wow.
So yeah, that's
Oh
how
wow.
I see it. Okay, CCA sponsorships and copyright claims. You're right. Yes. Okay.
So cool.
I gotta quickly mention some of their keys to victories here from mentality. One of them
Yes.
is keeping up mentality, and I think keeping up the mentality at the very end there was so good because every game is winnable in a sense, right? And
Yes.
they realize, hey, hey, it might be a little bit of a shoot right here, a little bit of a far reach, a little bit of a long shot, but if I'm able to swim over there with the power clamp, I can swap this lead at the end here and just steal the lead there. Oh my goodness, that was that was actually insane. I'm still losing my words over that, Grace.
No, I I can't believe that that happened. And again, I'm saying heavy edit users, you gotta use your curling bomb. They're so good. You can cook your curling bomb, help with ledges, because we know these little ledge goblins, you already know. You know who
Ledge
I'm talking to, all of
goblins.
you. It is so so useful there. So again, many many flowers there to Dog. Such oh my I'm such a crazy play, and I can't believe you caught it. Like we saw it out of the corner of our eyes. I can't believe you caught actually when they threw it in. I was like I thought it was lost to time. I thought we weren't gonna know.
Yeah, for sure. I heard the power clam get popped onto that basket, and that's when I knew something went down. But I'm curious if something else can happen down on Splat Zone's Brine Water, because it's about to get Scrap City here, Grace.
Very, very true. And the ink brush. Ink brush here already farming their lovely special that we know and love. Whale. Yay. Yay. Yes, that's amazing gameplay right now. Watching them get their special here. But interesting pick there onto the ink brush. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, for sure. The Ink Brush definitely is able to get some space here. Now, this is the part where Ink Brush gets scary. When it gets into your base, it's able to do that, and Camp jumps here. But wait, the jump is a dually. The dually is going to be able to dodge roll out here as well. This is just, oh my goodness. This is looking a little bit dicey if you're VCU, but hey, you have a crab out here to be able to get back your mid space here in your own spawn.
Yeah, and I mean, I've got to respect the cooler coming out as well. All those strikes, oof, that was a really beautiful stack there. I mean, oof, Hacks coming in as well. They're able to follow up off of each other. They're throwing these bombs, lobbing these bombs all around. Two down on the side of push here, and they weren't colored up as well, so they're going to be coming back a little bit slowly here. Lan Evo getting forced to kind of... Oh, and Hacks following up off of their teammates, kind of all their pressure and all of that chip damage that they did, and getting that kill onto Lan Evo. I'm telling you, Hacks has it out for Lan Evo. They know. They're like, I want that X-Glow gone. And going in, kind of there for that splashdown play. Gonna get taken out here, but two members here are push getting taken down as well. So VCU Spirality, they still have this lead. And Ghost here with the schmovement. They're schmoving around, and they opt to jump to spawn, unfortunately. So push back in control of the zone here, Neptune.
Yeah, Bush is back in control of the zone here, and they are putting on the pressure here. These whales, the ink brush looking for a way forward here, but it just manages to get stuffed out right here. You can definitely see both these teams are pushing to get one up over the other. This Red Ringer getting two huge picks right here might allow their team to be able to get in here. Lan Evo is doing everything in their power, but unfortunately runs out of paint here. They're going to be getting swarmed here by VCU members. That's why they have this splashdown ready here, Grace.
Oh my gosh, and Hack's getting taken out, but I mean, that did waste, I mean, quote unquote, waste their splashdown there, which is so, so huge, and they're still gonna get taken out there. I don't even know who took them out. Was it a bomb? Perhaps. I mean, we're gonna kind of see the members of Push still try to make a push happen, though, regardless, regardless of their expo being down, which I think is very, very admirable here. But I mean, the Reef Sliders coming out, they're coolered up here on the side of VCU. You see the flank kind of here coming out from the end zap on Push, but I mean, VCU Spirality has a pretty good hold. I mean, oh, but they have all their specials online here, Neptune. The whale's gonna pop out. I mean, they're coolered up already. A bajillion splashdowns. 3 go down the side of VCU's Spirality, but they're coming back with their cooler. So it's gonna kind of be up to Push about whether or not they can have a lockout situation here and how good that their offense can be. And with 2 down already on the side of VCU, it's looking pretty good for Push.
It's looking really good for Push. I want to mention just like how quickly they were able to take that space. It was because they were using all their specials, but since they used all their specials, they don't have anything to hold back this onslaught of VCU members that are coming in crazy with these specials, these trades right now. The Reef Slider is online, the Suction Bomb gets thrown, this Red Ringer is biding their time, looking for the perfect opportunity to do it. The strikes come out, the Reef Slider comes out, it's not gonna get zoned!
Oh, they Reef slid into the box. That is so, so unfortunate. And another splashdown just for good measure, keeping that zone here. Dog kind of forced to be backed up here. They're coolered up, sure, but they can't quite get into the zone in time, and there's not enough time to cap the zone there. 3-1 in its favor of Push here, Neptune, and that's match point. Like, the next game there is going to be match point there for Push if they're able to win it. That would be the set.
Definitely. Now, Push is looking really good right now. However, if you are VCU, you have realized this team has holes. They have weaknesses. You are able to get advantages over them, Grace, and it's very tricky when, how do I say it, it just gets stolen from you at just the last second there, because you had the
Yeah.
resources to get the zone there at the end, but it just couldn't happen there, unfortunately.
I want to pick your brain about something though, because something
Mhm.
that was very interesting to me and like a little shocking was the brush pick from Push. Like I feel like we didn't see them play any brush vibe weapons. Does that make sense?
Rush
Like
vibe,
like
yeah, yeah.
I was very taken aback by that. Why do you think they went with the brush there? I mean, we know whale, we know the movement, but why do you think that they picked that?
I think it has something that starts with S, and that is Splat Bomb, okay? Splat Bomb is
Oh.
so strong on Brine Water, I think, because
Hmm.
not having, because the thing with Splat Bomb compared to its sisters and cousins that are Suction Bomb and Burst Bomb. Suction Bomb is really good at holding space, but it takes a while to detonate. Burst Bomb, it's not lethal, but it's the fastest of the bombs. Splat Bomb's that sweet spot right in the middle that's able to just quickly burst down people who are just perched up in those really tricky positions on brine water, and you saw the brush get value from it consistently. I believe they got a double with the Splat Bomb in the spawn of VCU as well. So along with the other brush traits, along with having whale to consistently get value, because once the whale is out, you know where enemies are and they are going to be forced to move away as well. So it's just that beautiful combination with that Splat Bomb that just led to Push being able to use the ink brush to its maximum effectiveness there.
That is so true. And it's such a great kit, like just the ink brush in general, because it follows up with the whale just in of itself so well. Like the mobility, the movement, sure, but the splat bombs, you're right. Like you're getting chipped by the whale and you're like, ugh, they just popped whale. Oh my gosh, the brush is running at me. Oh my gosh, they just painted my feet and they just threw a bomb at me. And if you're the backline, if you're dog there on that heavy edit, I mean, if you're getting rushed down by a brush with the whale and a bomb thrown at your feet, like that's just it. So that is so so true. That's probably what they were going for.
For sure. Definitely. We're going to be getting into a match point here on tower control shift shape. If I've ever seen the definition of a snowball, it is this map mode. So I'm curious to see if any team is going to be able to build that snowball fast enough to be able to knock out here.
Very interesting. And I mean, the ink brush is gonna stay. I was happy. I had a big old grin on my face. I took a second because I'm happy to see it make a comeback here. It worked very well for them. I mean, I talked about like that the damage combo that it already has in of itself, but then the movement as well. Oh, well. Anyways, VCU Spirality able to come up here. Hacks as well, already getting a nice flank off going up to that top left little area, like via the grates. I mean, but they want to be coolered up for this push. You already know. They've got that crab online as well, so it's going to be kind of up to them to try to make something happen. They're going to opt to crab here onto this left little area once again, and the Enzap getting stuck into that corner. But Hacks here going to be able to support their friends here onto this tower. VCU Spirality getting a pretty good opening so far. They're already cruising up to that first checkpoint.
Yeah, the first checkpoint is cruising really well here. It's not being contested very much here, as the other members of Push are struggling to find a way in. You know, Lan Evo would love to be a little bit closer to potentially pop Splashdown here, but you're risking so much. That you're risking running into a Splat Bomb. You're risking getting hit by the Reap Slider here as well. It's very dangerous here for Lan Evo, and unfortunately a Splat Bomb claimed another soul here, Grace.
Not just any soul too, that is your cooler option. That is your player who you're opting, or rather relying on to try to get that cooler to get you all in and out very safely. And I mean, that's going to be really, really tough. And Lan Evo's going to get taken out as well here, not able to pop their splashdown, so that is really, really unfortunate. The Reef Slider is ready this way. Okay, I'm listening to you, BK. I'm listening to you. That tower is cruising all the way down into that kind of second checkpoint area, but there's just a lot of picks flying out. I mean, the strikes are coming out, sure, but Dog's gonna go down. That's kind of their backline, their skeleton, like I kind of talked about there. But the tower's still Ghost. What's going on there? They almost kind of won the 3v1 there. Like they took their attention and they kind of let their teammates get back in because of that pressure by sitting on the tower. So smart play.
Smart play indeed, just getting those little bit extra points here. Every point matters on this map mode here, but I do love how Push is setting up for or something of their own right here. Getting a pick with this X-Pull, having the cooler down, having the splash down ready, popping it preemptively just to clear this extra space here. This is gonna get dicey here, Grace, really fast.
Really, really fast. But I mean, I'm seeing VCU Spirality, and I mean, Row here already on this tower. Oh, but they're going to get taken out here by Dog, who's already ready kind of for those pushes here up onto this right side. But I mean, the whale's coming out. We see the brush, they're comboing again. We see with the whale, they couldn't quite maneuver themselves away from it. And Hacks here kind of forced into a 1v1 here with the brush as well. That's going to be really, really tough. But their friend here is going to be able to clutch it up for them for Ghost. But kind of what I was touching on here is VCU Spirality is dealing very, very well with Push's comp, I feel like. I feel like they're getting a lot of picks here onto this brush. I mean, we saw that Dog kind of went down here, so the brush is getting value still, but they're dealing with it very well. So I'm happy to see them kind of adjust and adapt to Push's kind of comp and play style.
Yeah, for sure. And I do think it does have to do with just how the map is laid out here. A lot of Push weapons struggle to get in here because of the layout of the map, because the only way to really approach is to fight people head on here, and Row is exactly realizing this. Once they're set up here, they're able to get quite a lot of damage done. Pushing up here, Row is not leaving anyone left alive except themselves, but hey, it's already starting here, Grace. The push, the snowball can potentially spawn out of control now.
Definitely. I mean, we see Constance here, however you say that name. I'm so sorry, my friend. I can't read very well. They're fighting together here. They're playing together as a really collective unit. And I mean, Lan Evo kind of forced here to stick onto this tower. Get a huge double, though, on the tower, being able to last. And they take out Hacks, but they get taken out by a bomb. So it's up to Ghost here to try to keep this push alive. And they... I was going to say, it's up to Push to take out this push from Push. But they aren't able to stop them from getting the lead here. VCU Spirality, though, still getting their footing here in this game. I think they can respond well and try to make something happen here, but it's gonna kind of be about positioning. And the Reef Slider, my favorite functioning special here, getting taken out. 2 down on the side of VCU Spirality. So unfortunate here. I mean, going into this last 30 seconds and getting staggered like this is really, really tough.
Oh my goodness, this crab on tower is letting the life of this duelie's prolonging it to be able to ride the tower even more. It's so close to being there. Everything is being tossed out in the kitchen sink to hope this. You see the reef slide, you see the trip strikes. Everything's coming out here, Grace. The lead gets swapped at the very end, and Purdue is going to try and find a way to get back on, but they can't.
Oh, Neptune, that was crazy. That was the most insane. I'm so glad whoever our lovely producer streamer is totally isn't also Neptune stayed on the overhead because that was so much. Hacks staying on the tower with that crab like you called out, Neptune. So crazy. The Reef Slider coming out as well. I mean, from BBKK, Burger King, our friend. So crazy.
Okay, let's
Like,
call out the
yes,
specials
yes,
here.
yes.
All right.
Okay, strikes 2. Yes.
Yes. Okay, we saw
Yes.
Reef Slider. We saw another
Yes.
splashdown.
Okay, another
And
splashdown.
we also count the crab that was previously. So that was 4 total specials that was used to make this push happen here. And that allowed VCU to snag the lead one more time here, Grace. I gotta see it one more time.
Oh my gosh, and the way BBKK, I'm trying to say your full legal name, so when I give you my flowers right now, but amazing Reef Slider going past the tower. Like, I appreciate that they didn't panic Reef Slide and then they slid into the tower. That would have been really unfortunate. But they Reef Slid around it just to get that one pick. If they had gotten the other pick, that would have been amazing. But just getting one pick and all of that ink that Reef Sliders give you and the ink of taking out an enemy is so much that gave them all the kind of room and like the cushion, the padding that they needed to get that push off the ground. And I mean, it was like so masterfully done. Like I know a lot of folks are like, it's all about the specials. Like you throw everything in the kitchen sink at the objective and like sure it's gonna help. But they threw the kitchen sink very well, very skillfully. The
No,
skillful kitchen sink.
no, like I agree with you, Grace, because throwing everything in the kitchen sink there, like it's the last 5 seconds of the game. You have it's
Yeah.
a do or die situation
Yeah.
to swap this lead right here, and if we have stuff in the kitchen sink, might as well toss it out right here and hope for the best. And that's exactly what happened there. The crab that was on tower prolonged the life of the dualies long enough for the other specials to come out and take out the other members of Push to be able to swap the lead there, and that's exactly what happened at the very end here, and I'm curious to see how that can carry over on Rainmaker Undertow.
Ah, so true. And oh my gosh, I mean, Hacks is just getting all the flowers from me. They've got a whole bouquet. Like it's going crazy right now. Like we're going to the flower show, the Philadelphia Flower Show. You already know. Like I feel like it's such an underrated thing to keep the tower where it is. Like, I'll call out sometimes. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna tap the tower. I'm just gonna keep it on their side of the map. Like, that was so smart. Staying in the crab so that you're tapping the tower, you're staying on the tower, keeping it where it is, because you know the members of Push are just gonna hop right on it and start pushing it back to mid. But you need to keep the uptime of the tower being on their side of the map. Like every second counts. So smart. And their teammates kind of got their number and they were like, "Oh, I know what they're doing. We need to come in as soon as possible to support them in that." So smart.
For
Great
sure.
job.
For
Oh
sure.
my gosh.
And I need to talk a little bit about some information here from Push here. So I
Oh,
love
yeah,
their fun fact here. So they're all freshmen except Uncle in quotation
really.
marks Row, which is the Nautilus player. So
Uncle.
I love I love that. It's such an adorable like friendship that is born from this because you have Uncle Row here showing you the ropes here on how to play Splatoon 3 in this competitive environment in this setting, and one of the keys to victory is to stay calm. And unfortunately, I think there was a little bit of panic there, so they weren't able to do it. So
Yeah.
hopefully, Uncle Ro can give them that courage to stay calm in this potentially match point game here for Rainmaker Undertow, Grace.
I mean, hopefully Unk can pull through for them. You already know. I mean, they're coming out here, similar comps. I think like the same comps, or I forget what Hacks played in that last game there, but Yinks kind of staying on that Slosher. Row there, Nautilus again, Consonants there on the ends up. I'm calling out their weapons because this is match point, like you said. Like this could be it. So they're gonna be playing like their lives depend on it, and it's all resting on Unk Row's shoulders as their senior.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ro has been putting in a lot of work this set. It's just a matter of having the paint and having the pressure to be able to get that here. Because once Ro gets in, it's very difficult to displace them here as well. Ro sees an opening, is going to try and go for it. Dilla's managed to get one pick right here. Gonna fight this edit here, but unfortunately gets collapsed in on. It's Chaos City here, Grace.
Very, very chaotic. And I mean, oh my gosh. Oh, I thought that pop was gonna explode everyone on VCU Spirality. I was so excited there for push, but I mean the wall is coming out here. Consonant's gonna get taken out. Two members down here on the side of push here. They're trying to make a push on VCU Spirality here, and I mean the paint is flying like crazy. The strikes are coming out as well, but you already know it's undertow. You're gonna want to kite left here. That is like the safest option here, but push here, knowing that is gonna put all their eggs into one basket, putting all of those strikes there onto that left side, onto that left push. Two members down, VCU Spirality push, kind of maintaining mid, and I mean, pretty low scoring game so far, but it's just barely been a minute here, Neptune. We know these teams are getting nervous. Like we said, it's match point for push, a bajillion splashdowns coming out here. Hack's gonna be able to get the Rainmaker here with little to no pushback. The members here of push weren't really ready for that move, which is very interesting.
Oh, and you see the classic dry strikes in the Reef Slider combo that VCU has been using throughout the set. The dry strikes corral them, and then the Reef Slider finishes them. That's the combo that they love using here. But Uncle Ro coming out from the top here, keeping the cool, stay in the ground here, protecting their kids, and looking for a way forward here, Grace.
No, but I'm seeing the hubris here. They really want to get that right checkpoint. I wonder why. I feel like that's been the fault of a lot of their pushes there. If they had gone to that left route, if they had gone the long way where you kind of have to go up that ramp into that weird little corner thing that we kind of saw VCU Spirality get kind of stuck into, and push eventually gets stuck as well. It's interesting here. So I'm interested to see how they kind of adapt to that, whether they keep sticking to it because they're like, you know what, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and you know what, third time's a charm.
Third time
we'll see what route they go.
Third time is the charm here, but I love these pushes out from Ro, knowing that you need to start something, and you were talking about going left here, Grace. They're going to try and see if they can start something here already, and going left side is generally a good way to just get a consistent, nice push here, because as you see, no one is here to defend it. Already the first checkpoint is fallen, and the lead falls to push.
See, I noticed the members of VCU Spirality here are kind of dropped in mid, so they're not ready to stop push here, even from pushing up here onto this left side. And I mean, I see the grab here from Land Evo, so they lose one of their splashdowns, sure, but the pressure from the Rainmaker itself is more powerful than you realize. Two members are going to go down here on the side of push, but that's not going to stop their push with the Rainmaker. All the way down to 5 remaining here. VCU Spirality. If they don't get this lead back, that is the set. So they need to get back into mid. They need to get their paint up. They need to get their stonks up. And they got to make a push happen and crack that first checkpoint.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, I love these aggressive plays out here from Hats, recognizing, hey, it's a do-or-die situation, but having that splashdown ready to respond to them pushing the Rainmaker, it's going to burn so much time on this clock right here. Land Evo using their positioning to their advantage to get as much pressure down as possible, burn this clock all the way to Chris right now, because look at this, Grace, they can't touch the Rainmaker!
Oh my gosh, Land Evo getting such, oh my gosh. I mean, getting those kills all by themselves, I feel like I was going to applaud them on the chip, but I think that was all Land Evo, so applause to them here. Ro being able to follow up off of that pressure as well that Land Evo was putting out here, but as soon as somebody gets too close, as soon as somebody's pushing up a little too close for Push's comfort, they can just splash down onto them. I feel like this comp just responds so well to any and all offense. Like, mid is just their territory here in Neptune. They're grabbing the Rainmaker for good measure here. I wonder if they're going to try to push up with it a little bit. I see Ro here making some money moves, trying to make something happen here. And Yinks opting to kind of push this Rainmaker to the left onto their side of the map, which I think is smart, especially here when you're going to the last 20 seconds here in Neptune, but they're going to get taken out. The Reef Slider coming out as well here. So VCU Spirality, you got to do something, friends.
You gotta do something. It's 10 seconds. It's do or die, now or never, whatever acronym you want to use. But now this puts a lot of pressure here because you need to get through a checkpoint as well as push it past this. And you see the fights that are happening already. The specials are coming out like there is no tomorrow. Land Evo is still up there as well. And this Rainmaker is all alone and
Oh,
unfortunately is going to get shut down by, I believe, Uncle Ro here. If there's someone you need to call, it's gotta be Uncle Ro to finish the job.
you already know. Wow. I mean, that was such a close set, though. I mean, VCU Spirality played their hearts out there. I want to see the replay, kind of there into that last like little chunk of time there, like the last 20-ish seconds were so interesting. Oh my
Uh,
gosh, and their push was so amazing, Neptune. And I mean, those strikes coming out, they didn't even let them like stunt like their movement at all because they had strikes of their own. They had the picks. They kind of made good use of the ledges as well. And Lan Evo, ah. If you were VCU Spirality, you must have been like, well, don't worry, if we take out all the members, they can't push. Oh no, there's one ink patch going directly to the pedestal. They're swimming in the ink patch. Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh. Just, I love this timing right here. Let's just wait for special, and then we go with special. It's a very simple yet effective concept that is demonstrated in spades here by Push. You know, we get the splashdown, we have the strikes, and something I love here, just you'll notice this about the blue strikes that are about to come out real quick. They shred a splat bomb that could have potentially stopped the push here. There it is, and it's gone.
Oh, that is so real. I didn't even notice that because that might have chipped them enough to get them taken out like way sooner. Um, and I mean, gosh, if you're VCU Spirality, I think kind of the lesson to take from that, like blowout amazing push there from Push. I'm pretending to nudge you right now, like you're right next to me, Neptune.
I'm enjoying it. No, I get the nudges. I love the nudges. I love the nudges.
Um, if you were to learn anything from that push, I feel like it's always something I call out all the time. I'm like, cut off their ink, cut off their ink path, cut off their ink, like cut off their paint. Always like paint over them, paint over them. And Rainmaker, like if you give them an inch, they will go the whole mile. Like you've always got to make sure that your paint is up in Rainmaker. So VCU Spirality, they still lost the set here, but I'm clapping in a circle for them. And I'm especially clapping in a circle for Push because that was such a great set. Like VCU Spirality started to get their footing there, but Push like kicked their feet out from under them and they still won. Like really
Yeah,
really
for
good job from them.
no, I appreciate the momentum and the stamina it keeps to just
Mm.
fight this gigantic titanium wall that is Push sometimes because once Push gets going, it's hard to stop it. But one thing I do want to bring up here is according to VCU, they sent me some information here. So they faced Push in the fall circuit on finals day 2, but VCU had to forfeit due to a set of DCs here. So they had their quote unquote rematch here and hoping that there wouldn't be any DCs. And we learned that today that these two teams are a lot more closer in skill level than I anticipated here, Grace.
That is, oh my gosh. I love rematches. I love seeing teams again and being like, "Oh my gosh, hey, like we fought before." Like I love playing in like entrance exam and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this team, I recognize them. Oh my gosh, they're playing leader now." Like it's fun to see each other's growth here. So
Mhm.
meeting up again in a league when you play so many games against each other too, and there's like a lot of anticipation. Very fun. Happy this set is so cool. And I'm happy we're going to play all seven. Wink,
Yes.
nudge, wink,
Yes,
wink.
we are going to
Aha!
apply all 7 here. Otherwise, the
Yeah.
stream would have ended here. We have one more game here on Clan Blitz Umami, and I think we're in for a real treat. I'm stumbling over my words because I know how good it's gonna be, Grace.
Listen, I'm freaking stoked. You already know. I mean, Oh,
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 oh, the
oh,
okay. Did
oh.
someone call the hotline? Because I think the aerospace are here.
Um, dog, what are you running? Dog, what? 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 I think you got enough. I think you're gonna have enough booyah bombs. I think you're fine. Oh no.
Listen, Dog said enough's enough. It's Booyah Bomb City time now because there was Splashdown City. It's gonna be Booyah Bomb City, and I love the fact that the aerospace are such an unconventional pick that they might actually be able to pull something off here. Because what they're gonna do is paint for special consistently, and as if you're not gonna be able to shut that down faster, you're gonna get Booyah Bomb and Reef Slider to death here, Grace.
Listen, good on Push for making some kind of a getting any claims in here against this comp. I mean, great, great, great job. Dog here getting a nice pick though on a land evo, but they're just jumping right back into each other. Push, I mean, keeping up their momentum. They're swimming back for clams, keeping up that economy. You already know. Unk Row here getting a lot of pressure as well, trying to get other splashdown off. I can already tell, but where are the members of VCU Spirality? I see Row here was like, all right, let me flank them, and there's no one there to flank because they're all on the grates, kind of in that top right area here, getting a lot of huge more picks. But I mean, their push is still going strong here from Push. I mean, wait, is that another power clam? Oh, they can't get it in there. I mean, the basket's gonna close, but they're still ready for another push here. VCU Spirality, I think they just need more Booyah Bombs. I think that's the problem. I think they need to just be cranking them out.
Yeah, for sure. But Hat's going in with this hammer here, recognizing it might not be Booyah Bomb City, but there's still room for a hammer, and that's exactly what is allowing them to get through here, scrapping it out here with Constance, who finds a way forward, but gets called out by Ghost here, Grace.
Oh my gosh. Listen, Constance, if I were you, I wouldn't want to be in this game either. I'm
This ghost, it's haunted by ghosts!
It's like I'm haunted right now. Like they're gonna they have a lot of paint, they've got a lot of specials going on. I want to know how many Booyah Bombs get popped in this game here, but I mean, you already know the Reef Slider's coming out, there's just a lot of paint. They're playing around with that Booyah Bomb. Yay, Booyah Bomb number 18, that's really good, guys. I mean, Yanks here, they've got the strikes, they've already got top mid. I was gonna talk about how nice Slosher is here, you know, given the ledges, given the nice top mid. It kind of reminds me of the Reef in that way, where it's like good for sloshers and such. I'm so sad they never brought that back to Twitch and 3 here, but I can't even really talk about the slosher because there's just so much going on here. I don't know.
There's a lot going on here, but I gotta give BBKK their comeuppance here for playing Dually Squelchers in such a difficult situation. But hey, that pushing with those specials right there allowed this basket to go wide open here, and now it's going to be VCU's time to score some plans here as well. They don't have specials right now, but they can quickly build it up with this arrow spray as well. Dog has all the special charge in the world and will find a way forward. If it doesn't involve a Booyah Bomb, I don't know what to tell you, Grace.
I mean, I think it's always going to involve a Booyah Bomb. Listen, knowing, like, awesome bomb kill here, BBKK. I mean, the chip from all the bombs, all the arrow sprays, all the ink flying around, it's just a lot. I myself have died to a sprinkler before, so I wouldn't put it past anyone for that to kind of be the means to the end for them as well. But I mean, for the interesting in air quotes comp that VCU Spirality has, they've got lasting power in this game. I mean, sure, they're going down now, but they did crack that basket, and I mean, they're still holding off the members of Push pretty well here. Like, they don't have a lot of range, but they do have a lot of Booyah Bombs, so we'll see when the next one comes out.
They do have a lot of Booyah Bombs, they do have a lot of Reef Sliders. It's just very tricky to make sure these specials always get value here. And the way you move up with these specials is definitely something that VCU needs to be able to replicate here as well. They need picks with this special, but Push is just constantly respecting this. But the Reef Slider from behind, Ghost trading out 2 members here, Dog getting a 3rd here. You gotta respect the VCU when it comes time to fight with an arrow spray of all weapons. And now here we have another Booyah Bomb. It's Booyah Bomb City. You get a Booyah Bomb. I get a Booyah Bomb. Everyone gets a Booyah Bomb, Grace.
And I don't want them, Neptune. I don't want those Booyah Bombs anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm losing my mind. They already have another one. They already have me another one here. My favorite. Oh my gosh, and they're 2 down. Neptune, they're pushing up with the Reef Slider. I mean, they get the ball in, but I don't think they're going to be able to make anything happen here. Hacks, unless they get a quad. I mean, that's just a complete wipe out there. VCU Spirality, you weren't able to clutch up this last game, but you did clutch up a sense of fear in my heart, and that's what really matters.
For sure, for sure. I gotta give credit where credit's due. It's definitely scoring a 10 out of 10 on the creativity scale, but unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
creativity can only push you so far, especially against Push with these insane power plays that they had here. Just look at the defense they had in the last second here, because this Booyah Bomb at the end here, Grace, got not one, but two members here. And you also saw the Reef Slider come out here to try and secure that, but they were ready and they stacked their bodies to try and score the clams in a little too fast. And unfortunately, the push was just stopped right there in its tracks.
Listen, I'm stopped in my tracks right now, Neptune. I didn't know it was possible for me to be so what's the right word? Gobsmacked and horrified by the amount of booyah bombs. I'd be interested to know just how many. I'm sure they've got the stats somewhere. Perhaps somebody will whistleblow it in our ears eventually. But I mean, my gosh. Other than that last game where something came over me, it was a great set.
That was a great set indeed, and I am calling over the stats person. They are
Whoa.
going to get the stats really quickly. I
Whoa.
have
Oh
word
my
for they
gosh.
reached the terminal, Grace. They have reached the
Oh,
terminal.
oh,
We
oh.
we figured it out here. Okay, we have the numbers. Here we go. 13 booyah bombs, Grace. That is beautiful. A 2682 pay. Oh my goodness, dog. You are one of a kind.
You are one mad dog, dog. I did not like that very much. Um, it's really, that's really, that's, I think that's the best way to end a set. You know what? I mean, well, first of all, we just saw
Oh,
Constance,
Oh wait, 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 wait,
Constance.
wait, 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 wait,
Oh,
wait,
oh,
wait,
oh,
wait, 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 Satsuki got
oh,
it back.
okay,
See
oh
if
my
I
gosh,
kept
okay,
it. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right,
yeah.
that's right,
I told him. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course I will. Consonants. Oh my gosh, you popping off. Come on now, an Unk row? Showing why they're an Unk? You already know. They're popping up. The only one to rival Dog's paint there, Row, with the 1800, which is very impressive on Nautilus. Really impressive, actually. Like,
Yeah,
and
that's a
they
good paint number.
they died 7 times and they got a lot of paint. Or I guess the splashdowns.
It did
But
get
still, that's really
buff.
great.
It got like
Oh,
11% erase increase with 5 extra splash out.
oh
That's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
effectively 55% more paint. If the stats guy can check me on that,
Oh,
I don't know if they will.
the stats guy, the the illustrious stats guy in the basement currently. My gosh, Neptune. That was a great, great set. I mean, congratulations to Push for winning here, week 4. Great for them. So that means that they are the stats guy in my brain right now. What? Are they
I
2-0?
I think they're 2-0 now. I believe.
Or no?
Oh wait, no,
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 that
no,
that's
wait. That
not
can't.
right.
Wait.
They're
Okay.
2-2. They're
They're
2-2.
Okay, so they have a potential to be a wild card, I believe. Is that how it works?
Oh,
I don't know. I need to talk to the
oh.
stats guy here as well. But you know what? Possibilities are endless here because there are some weird shenanigans that go on in CCA groups. We've seen situations happen where it seems unlikely a team would be able to progress, but somehow, some way, that they're going to be able to have some tiebreaker happen, right? Knowing how groups
Mm.
can happen sometimes and how they boil down, and somehow Push can also make their way to playoffs here as well. Anything's on the table here, Grace. We'll only find out at the end of the week who's going to be at the final stage of this league. Yes, that's what it's called, a league, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But for VCU Spirality here, I think that makes them 0-3 here, I believe, because it looks like they didn't do their week 3 match as well here, and this is week 4 as we know. So, unfortunate for them, but they were adapting. They were doing a really, really great job. So still, kudos to y'all. My coach, um, who may or may not rhyme with schmagic schmate ball, um, he always says you should play to improve, play to get better, play to learn, and not just play to win here. So VCU Spirality, kudos to y'all. Y'all did great in this set. And congratulations to Push because they also did an amazing, amazing job adapting to VCU Spirality. I feel like I said this before, but every time VCU Spirality kind of made an effort to kind of get them at their own game, Push just kind of brought back stuff to, just stop them. It was really, really impressive.
Yeah, for sure. That was such a fun set. Like, there's always these ways that VCU just finds a crack and pushes defense and exploits it to its fullest, or just manages to slip a power clam or just do something to just swap the lead at the very last second. And they are fully capable of playing in these high tension situations and coming out on top. And I love to see that when the pressure is on and you need to go, VCU knows when to go. Great.
Very, very true. My gosh. Well, Neptune, it was lovely having you, and thank you for having me, of course. I mean, thank you for commentating with me tonight. Congrats to all these teams. Thank y'all for watching, all the lovely friends and family who I all know personally and have shook hands with for sure at home viewing. But Neptune, as we kind of wind down here, because there's not another match tonight, is there?
There is not another match here tonight, but
Ooh,
we
ooh.
do have a matchup tomorrow. I believe we
Oh,
have uh Drexel on stage
oh God.
versus Old Baby Grade, if I'm right.
It guys, do not look at the suspiciously Drexel dragon shaped thing on my sweater on my little PNG tuber. There for sure. But that is so awesome. And I mean, I know y'all have coverage for the rest of the weekend as well here. But for tonight, I mean, that's it on the side of CCA. So Neptune, shout yourself out. Our lovely streamer and commentating with me today, which is a lot on you. So thank you for that. But shout yourself out. Where can the lovely people find you?
You can find me at Blue Sky at Neptune Dash, well as in the CCA production depths. We have a
Oh.
word for it, but I can't say it, unfortunately. But you know what?
Oh.
I'll be lurking down there. Vapor's waiting for me. He said he's got cookies, so I'll be over there
Oh.
shortly. Do you want to join me, Grace, for cookies?
Yes, what kind of cookies?
Chocolate chip.
Oh, I love chocolate chip cookies. Oh my gosh. And you know what else I love? I'd love if everyone looked at my blue sky.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Transition? No, my blue sky is at Tubnug, TUBNUG. It's on the screen under my little name there, so you already know. But I mean, thanks for coming out, y'all. GG's again to Push and VCU Spirality. Great, great job.
Great job indeed, and thank you all so much for watching. We are going to be rating Splatoon tourney shortly, as I believe
Yeah.
Aeronautics is playing tonight here as well, and that's a previous CCA team as well. So you are secretly getting a CCA match in Ludi tonight. Well, so stick around for that. Thank you all for watching, and have a nice night.